Hello, Dr. Harris. Thank you for tuning into my presentation. My area of social change is mental illness, and the topic that I'll be focusing on today is balancing the spectrum for children with autism in Jamaica. Social responsibility in action research. It is our responsibility as human beings to think and behave in ways that will make life fulfilling for everyone who shares this physical and social realm that is life. In the context of the action research, help for those with mental illness and disabilities in Jamaica is less than desirable. This may be attributed to ignorance, lack of resources, and the misconceptions surrounding the issue. The fact is that healthcare in many parts of the world is an issue for that has been marginalized. According to Data 2011, the comparative differences in distribution of economic resources go hand in hand with the absence of the basic structural health resources for the poor communities of the globe. Jamaica is one such community. It is our duty to call attention to this issue and create change for those who are sometimes unable to voice their own stories. We want mental illness, including autism, to be a topic of healthy and honest discussion in Jamaica. What is the vision for social change? Now, based on reports from the Gleaner Company of Jamaica, in a story written by Vaughan 2014, it says that there are a number of cases of autism in Jamaica, though there is no formal database. It is hoped that this campaign will lead the government and relevant authorities to enact policies to properly document, educate, and support autistic children. Overall, it is hoped that as a society, we do everything to balance the spectrum for autistic children so that they may live fulfilling and purpose filled lives. Managing diverse stakeholder perspectives. Who are the stakeholders? Children affected by autism, families affected by autism, medical practitioners, Ministry of Health in Jamaica, media, and Jamaicans at large. How do we manage the perspectives from this diverse group? Firstly, we will use the culture centered approach. Dutta explains this approach as saying that voice is a key theoretical construct as it offers an opening for the possibilities of change. The politics of a dialogic approach to social change lies in the articulation of issues from subaltern standpoints, thus shifting the landscape of problem configuration and development of solutions into the realm of subaltern agencies. And that's found on page 169. Now here I've created a chart with the stakeholders. And at the top, we have the families and children affected by autism. Then we have the health and education officials, followed by the media, and then Jamaicans. We will begin the conversation with the perspective that is usually the subaltern one, and that is coming from those who are affected by autism. We'll hear testimonies from those stakeholders, how they experience the world each day, and the small things that can alter their life perspective significantly. Starting the dialogue in this manner will undoubtedly shape the perspectives of the other stakeholders. Social norms in Jamaica. Now, it is widely known that Jamaica is a third world country that relies heavily on countries such as the United States of America, China, England, and Japan for resources. Therefore, we are highly indebted to these regions, and as a result, some areas are underfunded. Health and education are two of the many underfunded areas. This makes it increasingly difficult to address some of the issues that challenge well needed social change. Access to technology is also a challenge for many residents. It is quite costly for the average Jamaican to pay for basics, including water, electricity, food, and constant Wi Fi access. Therefore, many are either ignorant about mental illness or are too burdened to be concerned about the plight of those who are diagnosed with autism. Despite these factors, many Jamaicans are able to access temporary Wi Fi access and social media sites. dialogic communication and social responsibility in the Jamaican context. According to Data 2011, dialogue is a tool in the culture-centered approach, offers a methodology for the academic and the practitioner to engage in the politics of social change. It creates an entry point for those at the centers to engage with the politics of subalternity, page 169. Simply put, it is if there is no dialogue, there will be no questions, and no questions will lead to no change. Also, dialogue provide intimate details about the problem that will prove useful in determining the best course of action and the solutions to the issue. So what are some of the strategies? First of all, the communication must be open and honest. It should also be solution oriented. Then we will start the actual communication with the testimonies of those affected. Also, we'll ask the affected to say what is it that they need, because we are looking for a solution for a group, and the best way to go forward with that is to ask what is it that they need, what is it that would make their lives better. Then we need to brainstorm the course of action with the health and education officials. And lastly, we will take a campaign to the media that will use the voice of the affected to uh, tell their stories and to ensure that every Jamaican understands what autism is, how it affects the lives of those who are diagnosed with it, and the family also, and the way in which, as a community, we can help those persons. And finally, I have strategies for stakeholder and audience communication. And as you can see, I've started off with the children and families affected. And we said that we would use focus groups, questionnaires, and interviews, along with observation, to communicate with those individuals. Then we have the medical and education officials, and we will use public records, interviews, and we will also use the database and website from the Ministry of Education and Health. And then finally, we have the media and Jamaicans. We will create a campaign that will be disseminated through print and electronic media. And we will also be using social media, as well as flyers, banners, pamphlets, and house to house conversations to pass on this information. This is my reference page, and I've used an article from the national newspaper in Jamaica in an art with an article written by Vaughan, and also Data 2012, Communicating Social Change, Structure, Culture, and Agency. Thank you.